Hello everyone. I hope you all are well, fit, and taking care and doing well. As all of you know, we have already started discussion from your syllabi of part 3, part 2 of same 3, and so today we are going to discuss, that is, we are going to start discussion on the art, that is assisted reproductive technology. Nowadays it's really a very hot issue, hot topic for the study, for the researcher, for the discussion. That is, various technologies comes under this art, and it becomes very useful tools that you will realize in our coming discussion. Students, this assisted reproductive technology includes medical procedures which is used primarily to address infertility. This deals with the infertility which defined as not being able to become pregnant after a year of trying. This is nothing but infertility. According to the WHO, World Health Organization, which is EPIC Institute in Medical Science worldwide, this WHO defines inability to conceive after more than 1 year of intercourse without a contraception. This is nothing but infertility. It may be seen in both male and female, but if that woman can get pregnant but keeps having a miscarriage or stillbirths, that also the part of the infertility. Actually, this art assisted reproductive technology involves procedures such as in vitro fertilization, intracytoplasmic sperm injection, and cryopreservations of gametes and the embryo. This art is also referred as fertility treatments and belongs to the field of reproductive endocrinology and infertility. Like WHO, who defines the infertility, the Center for Disease Control and the Prevention, that CDC, it defines art as art is a technique which includes all fertility treatments in which both eggs and sperms are handled. This is nothing but definition of assisted reproductive technology, and which includes specifically conditions like infertility. As we discussed, infertility can be seen in both males and the females. That we will just discuss the reasons for infertility in male and female simultaneously. You can see here there are various factors which causes infertility in male, which are listed here as a sperm production issue or sperm count disorders, which is called azoospermia, lack of sperm or production, or oligospermia, very few sperms get produced. This both is reason for the infertility. Or just like count disorders, less number of sperms, which also can leads to infertility in male. The second important one reason, just like erectile or ejaculation deficiency. Deficiency in erection of penis also cause infertility in male. Structural abnormalities can also leads to infertility in male. And one of the physical reason, that is age of the male, which plays very major reason for the infertility, as aged male have very less sperm count. Similar to this infertility in male, there are some variable reasons which listed here for infertility in female. Just like sperm production, there is ability of ovaries to produce ova disorders, that is also called ovulation disorders. On the 14th day of menstrual cycle, there is process called ovulation takes place, in which egg being released. But here in these disorders, there is a prevention of egg from released, and this is also called as polycystic ovarian syndrome. One of the second important reason, that is the structural one, that fallopian tube structure. As fertilization and all these important things for formation of zygote takes place in the tube, ampulla, if there is a structure disorders, then the tubal blockage can take place, which prevents ovum and sperm meeting. The same reason related to the female age. The higher age of the female may cause infertility, as the quality of woman's egg decreases with age, and it leads to infertility in female. This is one of the reason, is just like quality of uterine lining also. These all are nothing but the reasons which leads to infertility in the male and the female. Now we are going to discuss in detail the assisted reproductive technologies. Means technologies which used for making fertile, for pregnancy, to achieve a pregnancy, such as well-known used one is artificial insemination, in vitro fertilization, and surrogacy also is a part of art only. One by one we are going to discuss in detail. In that, the first one, which is well used nowadays by the doctors and the labs, that is artificial insemination. It's artificial insemination in which a man's sperm, actually this is a natural procedure in which a man's sperm to travel up to the vagina, through the cervix into the uterus and into the fallopian tube, where an egg is fertilized. However, sometimes A man's sperm isn't mobile enough to make this journey from vagina to the fallopian tube through uterus. Or women's cervix may not be favorable to allow sperm to travel into the uterus. All these instances combinedly to in these instances and other situations, artificial insemination may help women conceive. This artificial insemination is a fertility treatment used to deliver a sperm directly into the cervix or uterus in the hope of getting pregnancy. This artificial insemination carried out by three processes or three approaches. First one, which is used, that is intracervical insemination, ICI, intrauterine insemination, IUI, and third one is intratubal insemination. First, we are going to discuss intracervical insemination, ICI. This type of artificial insemination involves inserting sperm into the cervix. This is a passageway just outside the uterus actually. There are some steps for this process, which includes the woman will monitor her ovulation cycle by using a calendar methods or ultrasound or by taking her temperature regularly, in which a cosmid is one of the commonly prescribed medication for this ovulation process. Second, the woman's partner will donate a sperm for use, or woman will obtain a sperm sample from a donor anyway. A doctor will insert a sperm into a vagina using a special searing where vaginal speculum is used to hold the open vagina so that cervix may be observed, and then searing is inserted. The plunger is pushed forward and semen is emptied deep in the vagina, as you can see here inside the image. In about 2 weeks or slightly longer, she will take a pregnancy test to determine if the insemination process was successful. The second one, which is used, this is intrauterine insemination, which involves inserting sperm past the cervix and directly into the uterus. Here, specially prepared sperms are used. Additionally, here also some procedural steps are used, which includes the semen is prepared or washed to remove potential proteins that could affect fertilization. This also makes the sperm more concentrated. This will increase the likelihood a woman will conceive. Sperm will introduce inside the uterus with a catheter. The catheter used here is known as a tomcat. You can see here the washed sperms and the injected sperm through the catheter, which is a tomcat. This one used nowadays, this intrauterine and intracervical insemination, which is this is intratubal insemination, which is rarely used.